Okay, so I got this very odd piece. This will be the bottom, and this will be the top. Think I'm going to mount it the bottom first so I can create my tenon, and hopefully I got enough room here for my live center to be able to make contact. And so far, no. Okay, making up this chamfer, this angle over here, might be just enough for me to be able to clear up the tool rest and the bed on what was getting in my way. If there's any hopes for this, this would be it. So this will be all the base of the bowl. There will be a good sized tenon here. I made a cut going through here. There's a lot of funky stuff that I don't know if it's still going to work for me. I brought my bandsaw blade cut up to here somewhere, so I'm thinking that this still might have enough to be between this point and where I need to round it off, and we'll see very shortly. Balancing it off pretty well, and it seems to be clearing everything. Once all said and done, it's smack center of the longest points in clearance, so it will be like a 1/16th of an inch away from my bedway. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to start this up at 100 RPM and see how I do with it. Okay, 200 RPM. Well, this is a continuing from yesterday. Yesterday being Thanksgiving, I went inside and spent some time with the family. Much needed time with the family. Anyway, I started yesterday on the largest bowl I have ever done on my lathe. I mean, this thing clears up in multiple points by 1/8 of an inch. So it's about 17 inches diameter. Very funky rot inside of this. This is the same wood that I got that came down on that semi-tropical storm that we received about a month ago. That came to my area where I was working. There were a few trees that were down. Nothing huge. This was the biggest probably out of all of them. But anyway, I decided that I liked the character that the stump presented to me. Huge void. But one thing I was not looking for was another huge void due to decay. It's huge. But anyway, I put it on the lathe after some adjustment to clear up the bedway, which was very tight, to say the least. I got it on and I started it yesterday, stopped, but here I am back on the lathe and let me show you what I got going on. that should have did it. This piece did not hold up, just blew off. I was running at about 800 RPM, and not so much for the bowl. I could still maintain this as somewhat of a platter with this shape, but it's really off balance right now again. This thing is way too heavy on the swing. So with that being said, and how much time I have put into this bowl, I'm going to take it off the lathe, set it aside, and concentrate on something else. I wanted it done. I thought it would have been an interesting piece. There was still a lot of work to be done, a lot of cleaning up on the inside, hollowing up another 1.25 inches here, more or less, going deep enough to maintain the same thickness going all the way down. I mean, it was a risky, iffy piece of wood to start off with. Did I like this character going through it and all these jagged edges? Absolutely. That's what prompted me to put it in the lathe on the lathe to start off with. But you know, sometimes we get a nice piece of wood and it's not worth the risk of pursuing it. So play it safe, go at reasonable speed, and then decide if it's worthy or not. This piece was really pushing my lathe limitations on here, both for the balance and the way that it was being handled on the lathe. It was a rough handling, to say the least. So rather than continue with this piece, I think I will focus my concentration and get started on another project, which will most likely be the lathe upgrade that's behind me. So with that being said, I wasted quite a bit of time on this piece, and I hate doing that, but I know when to call it and when not to. This piece, the way it is, it would not be worth my while. I know I would not be happy with this, being that this is broken off. I don't mind the jags, and I was already going to put up with this one. This had been a flyaway as well, but with this I could still make it work because it somewhat followed up some of the rest of the pattern that was going through, very rugged and stuff like this. But this one, no. Alright, let's get started on the lathe.